that, guys? How about that for some soft ambient music on this Thursday afternoon? It is 5 o'clock somewhere. 5 o'clock historically where you are right now. I'm Dave Rubin. It is Tequila Thursday. We've been trying to bring this back, and originally we did a couple of Tequila Tuesdays. Just sounds nice, Tequila Tuesday, but to be quite frank, I just don't want to drink on Tuesdays. And we were like, we got to bring this thing back. I don't know if you heard about, there's been this 35-day war, which either is over or not over, depending on which way you look at it. And we were like, we're bringing it back this week. We're going to bust out a little Copal. We're going to do some silly stuff. There is an old school 8-bit Nintendo right there. Connor, are you able to flash to the live shot of what I'm looking at on the Nintendo right there? We don't know what's going to happen, but yeah, that's right. Super Mario and Duck Hunt ready to go. I've got a basketball hoop over there. It's a little 3-4 footer just at a camera angle right now. We've got some fresh Copal here, which I'm really, so you know, you guys, most of you know this already if you've been watching for a while. We dropped Copal. It launched quite literally on my birthday in 2025. So what was that? Well, it was June 26th. I'm trying, how many months ago was that? That's about 9 months ago-ish, something like that. And I've been working on this thing for about 3 years. This is, I promise you, the most exquisite, light, refreshing reposado you have ever had. One of the cool things we did with the bottle, as I've mentioned many times, is that the artwork on every single bottle is completely and totally unique, so that you get a little something extra with that. What we didn't want to do was just make a fancy bottle and sell a fancy bottle. A lot of these tequila companies, they sell fancy bottles, and the liquid, the juice, as they call it inside, is actually not great. We put all of our efforts into the juice, the tequila itself. We went with a simple bottle, which there's something about a simple glass bottle that I like, and just a beautiful label. So that's what we did. Anyway, I got plenty of these bottles around here, so we're gonna crack a fresh one right now. And we're gonna do a bunch of different things. We're gonna do some silly stuff. Also, Donald Trump just in the last 10 minutes, apparently, on Truth Social, just dropped a bomb on the heads of Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens and a couple other people. So I will read that thing live. But first, people often ask me, how do I like my tequila? And very, very simple. First off, you want to just do something to just like class up your joint. Just get a simple mold for a circular cube, a circular ice cube right there. And you will have just something light and refreshing that is beautiful to look at. And that's all you need. You don't need anything else, I promise you. Now, some people just like it neat, and Copal is excellent, so having it neat, that works too. But I just like one rock, yeah. They're all, look at you guys, they're all drooling right now. You can have some too, there's plenty of bottles around here, don't worry. And I like to let it swirl for just a moment. It just kind of opens it up just a little bit. I'll wait just a sec, and it's just perfect. So hopefully you guys, if you're playing along on Locals, by the way, if you have Copal already and you want to post an image of what you're drinking, how you're drinking it, et cetera, we can throw some images up, and we'll get rid of your name or anything that's on there. Don't worry about that. And we thought we'd do some giveaways for this. So here's the deal: if you buy a bottle at drinkcopal.com while I'm on this live stream, or let's just say in the next 24 hours, but hopefully you'll do it on the live stream, because if you do it on the live stream and you forward your receipt to hello@drinkcopal.com. So you buy it at drinkcopal.com. You forward your receipt to hello@drinkcopal.com. I'll give your first name a shout out on the live stream, and we will send you a signed sticker. I will sign a sticker and send it to you. And if you buy a case on the stream, not only will you get the shout out, but you will also get a personalized note on official Rubin Report letterhead. I will write you a personalized note, and apparently it's already started. She didn't even know, but Victoria just bought 4 bottles. Appreciate that, Victoria. Trust me, it is the best tequila you've ever had. So cheers, everybody. Yeah, I mean, trust me, I know tequila at this point. Like, we done good. My business partner, Brendan, over there. We done all right, Okay, so as I said, if you guys, particularly if you're in the Locals chat, we'll try to interact with you and get you going. We'll pay attention, obviously, to the Rumble chat and to the YouTube chat and all of those things. And I'll just tell you a little bit more about the tequila as we get going here. And then I want to read the, what are you telling me? What are you telling me?
Crocheted Copal bottle.
Elizabeth Crochet, look at that, Elizabeth, is this a new, no, I don't think this is a new one. Elizabeth who's one of our great locals members, she had crocheted Little Dave Rubin. Do we have Little Dave Rubin here? Come on, give me Little Dave Rubin. You can toss him. So this is Little Dave Rubin. She created Little Dave Rubin, and there was another, she's created a few of them. Little Dave Rubin once had a little Copal bottle right here. We think Clyde ate the Copal bottle at the end of the day. He may have buried the Little Dave Rubin with the Copal bottle, we're not sure, but there was another Little Dave Rubin with the Copal bottle. So there, put it up again, that's pretty great.
She's making it right now.
Oh, she's making it right now. How cool. I mean, she's unbelievably skilled. Elizabeth, you're the best. And Elizabeth has come to some of our meetups and things of that nature. It's just such a great community that we've got. So that's pretty fantastic. So just a little bit more about the tequila. So people have asked me why I did this. It's just like a side quest, as my guys always say. And really, for most of my life, at least adult life, I drank wine. I was just kind of a wine drinker, started drinking wine, liked wine. I liked the culture around it. We lived in Cali. We used to go up to Sonoma and Napa all the time. And then right before COVID, we had a dinner party at the house, and this is while we still lived in LA, and a couple friends came over. It's about 5 couples or so, and for some reason they all brought bottles of tequila, fancy, the Clase Azul bottle that everybody knows, the big blue and white bottle, and there were just all the Dragon Head. You've seen all these different fancy bottles, and we're just having tequila throughout the night, and I realized, you barely have to drink. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I've been on a real health kick over the last couple years, and I was just like, wow, you have a little sip of tequila. And then it's like you could just sit there and not even drink for the next 5 or 10 minutes, and there's just something about it that seems right. Where wine, you're sort of constantly drinking. Every time you go out, you have wine with friends. One way or another, 3 hours pass by, you basically drank a bottle of wine yourself. And I'm not talking just to get messed up and drunk. It's just in the course of casual conversation, hanging out and all that. Where tequila, it's just more like you have a sip, you kind of let it be. It happens to be, I think, a little bit more of an upper, where a lot of alcohol is a downer, like it's a depressant, where tequila is like a little more like you're a little more awake and alive. And also I think it kind of changed my look on tequila. Like, I had that idea that kind of everybody had, that tequila is like drinking shots of Jose Cuervo at a college party, puking your brains out. And it's just so not that. The flavor is just so, if done right, the flavor is so light and perfect. It's just great. I'm told that Dirk just bought a bottle. We're gonna sign a sticker for you. Erica just bought a bottle. All right, very good. We'll get all those stickers out. We'll get them out this week, I promise you that. Dion just bought a bottle. All right, there we go. So I was just like, a couple of years later, after switching to tequila, I was like, could I make a tequila? Is that a thing that a human can do? Is that possible? And I started talking to my brother-in-law, Brendan, who's done all sorts of different foods and products over the years. And we started doing some research and reaching out to distilleries down mostly in the Jalisco area. There are 4 regions of Mexico that you're allowed to make tequila. You can really only make, technically, you can only make tequila in these 4 regions of Mexico, sort of like champagne. If you want to actually call it champagne, you have to make it in France, in the Champagne region. So you can technically you could make tequila in America. You could make, you can grow agave and you can go through the process, but you can't call it tequila. What do they call it? They call it like agave spirit or agave beverage. And actually it is tequila, but if you want to make genuine tequila, so we talked to a couple distilleries. We went down there actually to the town of Tequila. There is a whole town called Tequila, and our distillery is right outside of Tequila. And we went down there, and at our distillery, they grow all the agave there, so we talked to the guys who tend to the agave, and we went through the whole process, and we had all sorts of tastings, and if I can say, Brendan doesn't drink much, so every day by about 9 a.m. he was completely wasted. I was fine usually till about 7 p.m. And we really tried to figure out, how do we want the blend to be, and what kind of barrels do we want it to be aged in. We're doing a reposado here, which is aged 3 months, and that really is, I didn't know this, but as they told us, if you're making a Blanco, so a Blanco is basically it's just the agave. That's it. There's no aging process. There's a process to obviously make it into the liquid, but it's agave. They turned it into the liquid. A reposado is aged 3 months, and then you can get añejos, which are aged at least 12 months, and then super añejos or extra añejos, they usually call them, are could be 12 months, 15 months. I think I had a 22-year one a couple of years ago, which I actually don't like. I find them to be a little bit, they're kind of thick. There's almost too much of the oaky flavor. So to do a reposado is actually, it's kind of the most difficult one to make to get the flavor right, because you're only aging 3 months, so you're just gonna get a hint of flavor, and that's what I like, just light and refreshing. So you could have this on a summer day just as easily as you could have it on a cool winter morning. Debbie just bought a bottle, and Deborah on Super Chat, just asked me a question, so we'll get to that in just a sec. So I guess we'll take some Super Chat questions as well. So just keep throwing in questions and comments and all that stuff, and I'll try to get to everything. But in any event, went down there, met with the team. Actually, for those of you that remember, about a month ago when there were all those, the crazy gun violence and gang violence that was happening in Mexico, a lot of it was happening in the Jalisco airport, or it was in the Guadalajara airport, which is where we flew in. I literally knew exactly where we saw some of that gunfight. We checked in with our guys at the distillery. Everybody's good, but there obviously is some tension, obviously, in different parts of Mexico. But we've just made something great here. And then I was like, oh my God, I got a business now too. I kind of didn't realize it. I was like, oh, could I just make something? We made it, and then suddenly we realized that we have a business. So here we go. Let's see. Tony Allegra, you never got your sticker on the first run? All right. Tony, and you've been a long-time supporter, yes, you're going to get it signed live in Miami or something. We're going to figure that out for Tony. I know Tony. We're going to take care of you, Tony. Deborah on Super Chat just said, do you think Trump is threatening to pull out of NATO as a negotiating tactic to get Greenland? He just did mention the two things in the same statement. Are we ready? You know what? I don't want to get to politics just yet, but I will answer the question. I promise you that. So we're going to have some tequila. What we're going to do is, after I drink a bit, I thought, what if I bust out Super Mario Brothers? I remember playing Super Mario Brothers for the first time, probably 1985. I was about 7.5, 8 years old. My buddy John got a Nintendo. We could not believe how cool it was. Basically, I didn't even have Atari at the time, but the only thing I'd played was Atari. I'm really aging myself right now. And to see Nintendo, like to see those graphics, the music and everything else. And then I just was hooked on video games for the next 25 years or something. But we will see, after a little bit of tequila, how far can a 49-year-old get in with one life on Super Mario Brothers? You think I can get to the warp zone? You think I can do it? He's got faith. He's got faith. Wendy just bought a bottle. William just bought 3 bottles. All right, we're making moves here. Okay, so I want to read, this literally just happened. We were trying to figure out what we want to do, so that I just didn't want to do politics for the hour while I'm drinking. I was like, what could we do? So we figured out we'll bust out the video game. We got the basketball over here. We'll answer some questions. And then, God bless that orange man, Donald Trump just comes in out of nowhere. And right before we start, he put up a rather extensive Truth Social post, which I'm going to read to you right now. Watch this. I'm even going to do it. This is something that happens to you. I'm doing it newsman style. I got to do it. I'm not doing. This is not for show, these glasses. Listen to this. Donald Trump, literally moments ago. I know why Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, and Alex Jones have been fighting me for years, especially by the fact that they think it is wonderful for Iran, the #1 state sponsor of terror, to have a nuclear weapon, because they have one thing in common: low IQs. They're stupid people. They know it, their families know it, and everyone else knows it too. Look at their past, look at their record. They don't have what it takes, and they never did. They've all been thrown off television, lost their shows, and aren't even invited on TV because nobody cares about them. They're nut jobs, troublemakers, and will say anything necessary for some free and cheap publicity. Now they think they can get some clicks because they have third-rate podcasts, but nobody's talking about them, and their views are the opposite of MAGA, or I wouldn't have won the presidential election in a landslide. MAGA agrees with me and just gave CNN a 100% approval rating of Trump, not hand-flailing fools like Tucker Carlson, who couldn't even finish college. He was a broken man when he got fired from Fox, and he's never been the same. Perhaps he should see a good psychiatrist. Or Megyn Kelly, who nastily asked me the now famous only Rosie O'Donnell question. Or crazy Candace Owens, who accuses the highly respected First Lady of France of being a man when she is not, and will hopefully win lots of money in the ongoing lawsuit. Actually, to me, the First Lady of France is far more a beautiful woman than Candace. In fact, it's not even close. Or bankrupt Alex Jones, who says some of the dumbest things and has lost his entire fortune, as he should have, for his horrendous attack on the families of Sandy Hook shooting victims, ridiculously claiming it was a hoax. These so-called pundits are losers, and they always will be. Now fake news CNN, the flailing New York Times, and all of the other radical left news organizations are hailing them and giving them positive press for the first time in their lives. They're not MAGA, they're losers just trying to latch on to MAGA. As president, I could get them on my side anytime I want to, but when they call, I don't return their calls because I'm too busy on world and country affairs. And after a few times, they go nasty, just like Marjorie Trader Brown, but I no longer care about that stuff. I only care about doing right for our country. MAGA is about winning and strength, in not allowing Iran to have nuclear weapons. MAGA is about making America great again, and these people have no idea how to do that, but I do, because the United States is now the hottest country anywhere in the world. President Donald J. Trump. Like, the crazy part is he writes these. You know what I mean? Like, he actually writes them. You know, Biden was signing, auto-penning everything and reading off a prompter very poorly. But nobody else wrote this besides Donald Trump. Like, he has a long-ass track record of writing these things. I mean, this is a top 10. This is an absolute top 10. It's also interesting, he makes the point that now that all of these guys, Tucker and Candace and the rest of them, now that they're turning on Trump, suddenly what happened with Marjorie Taylor Greene, what happened with Liz Cheney, anyone that is once in Trump's orbit, if you say anything against Trump, even if the mainstream hated you your entire life, so Liz Cheney was a Republican, she was hated by the mainstream media, then she leaves Trump, now you're a hero. Marjorie Taylor Greene, you leave Trump, even though they hated you before and you were a white supremacist on The View and everything else. You leave Trump, now they glaze you, they love you. And you'll see it with all these other guys. So the fact that he even gets that level of nuance here, I think, is impressive. Also, dare I say, maybe he's watching the Rubin Report, because, you know, he references Megyn doing it for clicks. And it's like, there's no other way to explain Megyn. Tucker, maybe it's a mental condition, maybe the demon won, whatever it is. Candace, it's not even worth thinking about what happened there. But Megyn, it was like, she just was like, that's where the energy is, that's where the clicks are. And that's why she seems so hysterical and angry now, because she bet on the wrong horse. I'd rather bet on America. That's what Trump certainly is doing. Cheryl bought a bottle. Kathleen bought a bottle. They're rolling in. And let's get to some comments. But this one, we may have to frame this and put it in the studio somewhere. All right, a different view, says Dave. This is great. Dave, I wanted to update you on the election I was in on Tuesday, April 7th, 2026. So this is I'm seeing this obviously for the first time right now, but this is a Locals member who made a comment a few weeks ago that he was getting involved in politics in his local community, partly because of watching the show and just hearing my message and all that. So this is fantastic. There were 12 of us running for 3 positions, opened as a trustee position. I got a total of 55 votes. The winner got a total of 328 votes. And the second runner-up got 319 votes, and the third runner-up got 298 votes. I think I literally knocked on the 520 houses in which I literally handed out 520 flyers. I went to more houses than that, but obviously not everyone answered their doors. So all right, it didn't work out this time, but that's fine. You did something, and I have no doubt that you don't regret it, right? You don't regret it. You tried to get involved, and that's great. And there are other ways to get involved, whether you're sitting on a school board or you're the mayor of the town or whatever else. So you don't win them all. You don't win them all. I don't win them all. You don't win them all. So it's all good. Rich on the Farm says, thank you for creating this awesome community. Cheers to all. Let's drink some Copal on the Farm soon. So Rich has a farm, if I'm not mistaken, Rich, is somewhere right outside of Orlando area, and there is a lot of farmland up there. You know, people don't think of Florida as farm. You think of Florida as beaches, but Florida is absolutely massive, and we have huge horse farms and all sorts of stuff. And Rich, yes, we would love to take the kids up there. We will make that happen. I know we've been trying. Maybe we'll do, I think I proposed this to Rich once, but maybe we'll do a Locals meetup at the farm, like get everybody to, Rich, I'll pay for it, but you want to have everybody at the farm, see what happens? Yeah. Erica says, Candace popped out 4 babies in 4 years. I think she has a chemical imbalance. She's worked through it. Was it 4 babies in 4? I don't know. The fact that it's so weird. I can't explain to you guys truly how weird it is. This would be for 6 tequilas in to really dive in. But to know these people, to be part of this thing, like, it's one thing you see all these people on TV, you go, boy, I like that person, I agree with that person, I've been watching this person for years, and then they kind of went a little sideways, or they changed a lot of their thoughts, whatever. But to know people that have been to your house, people who've met your kids, people who you break bread with, people who you celebrate weddings with, and then you just see complete changes, that wholesale changes that just make no sense outside of, I don't know, is it foreign influence? Is it a mental condition? Is, like, you just don't know. And I think I've tried to talk about this a bit without going too far on it on the show, because it's I don't mean this in Crimea River, but it's a little bit weird when you see how the sausage is made, right? Like, when you see how the sausage is made, you meet these people off camera, you see how they are, and then you see the other version of it. It is a strange thing to try to put together. Dr. Winery guy says, I'm sure Megyn Kelly will rebuke this with a ton of swearing and in her black outfit. Yeah, I mean, that's another reason why I've been cursing less on the show. It's not, I generally try not to curse that much. It really just comes out naturally every now and again when these Democrats are doing stupid things. That's usually when it comes out. But the more that she curses, it just seems so classless to me. The more that I see the Democrats curse and use all this language, and by the way, that's not to say Trump doesn't do it. He literally dropped the F-bomb on Easter Sunday. So I'm not preaching. I'm not telling you don't ever curse, don't use choice language. Like, of course, whatever. But for me to do a daily show knowing that you might be watching with your kid, or, you know, I do hear this a lot, that parents are watching with their kids are getting interested in politics in high school or something. It's just like, I don't know, like, I don't need to curse in front of your 10-year-old daughter, like, or your 10th grade daughter. Alex says, my wife and I love your Newsom rants. I use your lizard man picture often when talking about Newsom. I mean, I gotta drink to that. He is just the worst of the worst. He really is the worst of the worst. He absolutely is. All right, you guys, reminder real quick, and then I think we're gonna bust out some Super Mario. My fingers, before my fingers start, you know what happens at a certain age, the joints clog up. I'm feeling good right now, so I think we're going to do that. But just quick reminder, if you go to drinkcopal.com right now and you buy a bottle, you forward your receipt to hello@drinkcopal.com, and I'll give you a shout out, first name only, don't worry about it, on the show, and we will send you a personalized sticker. Robin just bought 1 bottle, thank you, Robin. And if you buy a case, I'm going to literally write a note, a personalized note to you. Nathan just bought 2 bottles. And yes, I haven't seen anyone ask today, but people have asked. At the moment, if you're just buying a single bottle, we do have to charge for shipping. We're actually eating some of the cost on that, depending on where you live. The economics of alcohol it's just tough in the shipping biz and everything else. We are working on some brick and mortar stores, and we're in some places in Tampa and down here in Miami. Oh God, a lot of people want me to do shots. I'll see what can I also get a glass of water? Maybe a glass of water would also be good. Do we have water in the studio? You know? We do have water. All right. I got 3 guys getting me a glass of water. That's good. I'll see what I can do. And also, generally I don't drink this as a shot, but I'll do what I can do for you guys. All right, you know what I'll do? I'll take a shot, and then we're going to see how far I can get in Super Mario Brothers.
Let's do it.
I haven't played in years. No, I think the last time I played Super Mario was on election night. Didn't we do it on election night? We did a little Super Mario on election night?
Yeah.
It was the debate.
It was the debate?
With Kamala and Trump right before it.
I played Super Mario on the debate before Kamala, and I think it was election night. Well, the point is it's been a while, so all right, I'm gonna take a shot. All right, I got some water. This is old-fashioned regular water.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Just kidding. You can prank.
Man, I've been doing this a long time. I'll tell you one funny story first for those of you, some of you will remember this if you've been playing along with me for a long time. When I was on Patreon a long time ago, you guys remember Patreon, it was the site where you could basically subscribe to somebody, and if they were a political talker or they were an unboxer, anyone that does anything, basically, you could subscribe and give them a certain amount per month, and that would unlock different features and all that, and I was on there for a while. That was the original idea behind Locals, obviously. We were on there. Jordan Peterson was on there as well. We didn't like some of their policies around free speech, so we decided to leave Patreon, and that's when I decided to create Locals and to end my Patreon. We had created Locals. It wasn't even called Locals yet. We didn't even realize it was going to be for every, that we were going to offer it to other creators. We had basically just created RubinReport.com with the subscription model built in. And the last day I was on Patreon, this is around 2018-ish maybe, so about 8 years ago, I'm doing a live stream like, one of these, and we said for every, that was how my company was making all our money, basically. We made a little bit, I don't know, maybe $2,000 a month on YouTube pre-rolls, something like that. But all the money that we were making for all my employees and me and everything was through subscription, and we were doing that all through Patreon. So I was like, all right, I'm ending Patreon, and I swear to you, I had no idea if it was gonna work or not, no idea. I knew the tech was gonna work, but I didn't know if people were gonna subscribe. Once people are subscribed to one thing, it's hard to move them over to something else. So I was like, I don't know, what if, what if I only get 60% of the people over just because people are busy? You got your own life, you missed the live stream, you didn't even realize, whatever. So we had no idea what was going to happen. And I said on the live stream, this is before Copal, I was like, all right, I'm leaving Patreon. So I will take a shot. I think what I did was I will take a shot for every $1,000 that we make per month, because it was a $5 minimum, I think. And for every $1,000 that we hit, I will take a shot. I think just on that first day alone, someone can go back to the video and find it, I think we ended up with like $16,000 monthly. I could not have done 16 shots and still lived. I don't know how we did it. I have no idea how we did it, but I did shot after shot after shot, all legit. And then at the end, I was like, at the end of this live stream, I will close my Patreon account. That was the whole thing. That was the big ending, is I'm going to officially close the thing. So now I'm 10 shots in. I have to close my Patreon account, and it was before you, Connor. I barely remember doing the show before you. My director at the time, what the hell was that guy's name? Jack?
Matt.
Matt, that's right, Matt. All right, settle down back there. My director, Matt, he flashes to the Patreon screen so that so that he can show people that I'm about to delete it. And I click delete, and then it shows my personal email saying, are you sure? So I literally drunkenly doxed myself on the Patreon stream. There you go. Michael just bought a case. All right, Michael, you got free shipping, and you are also going to get a personalized letter from me. Appreciate it. SJ just bought a bottle. Rochelle just bought a bottle. Thank you, guys. Notes, signed stickers coming for all of you. All right. It's shot time. Okay, here we go.
Anders bought a case.
And Anders just bought a case. All right, Anders, you're getting a personalized letter. All right, so these are, I have all sorts of things. People, I've been blessed. I really have. I've always depended on the kindness of strangers, and people send me things all the time. They send it to our P.O. box. They send, a lot of times at live events, people bring me things. And I have been given so many Golden Girls things over the years that it is actually crazy. This shot glass, this is a Dorothy's Mornack Golden Girls shot glass. This was actually not, I have many shot glasses of Golden Girls that have been given to me by fans. This one, actually not. This one was given to me, believe it or not, by Sam Harris, who gave me a collection of Golden Girls shot glasses because his mom is Susan Harris, who created the Golden Girls. He's not a fan of the Golden Girls, which is mind-blowing to me. And he was like, people give my mom Golden Girls things all the time, and I thought you would appreciate it. So I do appreciate that Sam gave that to me. So this is Dorothy, who, Dorothy was a classical liberal. There's an episode where she gets into an argument with Stan's cousin Magda, who's a communist, and she makes the defense of classical liberalism. So yes, I will, the guy's taking a picture over there. I will take a shot, and then we're going to bust out Super Mario. Oh, I see Molly bought a bottle. Margaret bought a bottle. All right, guys. All right, do the fingers still have it? That's the question. How far can I get? All right, we'll see. Here we go. And I don't do this normally with this because it's not a shooting tequila, really. Like it smells the way a tequila is supposed to smell. It tastes the right way, but all right. I'm starting to think I should have had lunch. Should have had lunch. Oh, I had a little lunch. It was a light lunch. Skip breakfast. Okay, here we go. I've got the old. Now, you may note, for those of you of a certain age, you will note this is not the original 8-bit NES Nintendo Entertainment System controller. We have my original 8-bit Nintendo, and if you ask me the 10 proudest things that I'm ever proud of that I did in my life, about 10 years ago, found my old Nintendo from childhood, and like everybody else's Nintendo, the system wasn't working. I tried blowing on the cartridges and all of those things. That's the part they're going to clip from this, of course, the internet. And that's what we had to do. We literally had to blow in the cartridges to get them to work back in the day. Anyway, the whole thing, it was dead. I could maybe get a light flickering or whatever. I went on YouTube, early days of YouTube, and I found a thing, if your Nintendo's not working, and I took the entire Nintendo apart with a little screwdriver, set up every piece. I had bought one of those little cans of air that you spray. I got some polish, and I fixed and refurbished that entire Nintendo. It's in such pristine condition that I didn't want to bring it from upstairs. So we have a backup. This is like a new one with, better wires and all the fancy new stuff that they're doing with the electronics. But it is, so the original Nintendo controller obviously was a square. This one's a little more ergonomic. All right, I see questions flying in and I see some more bottles bought in. But what I am going to do here, now having had a few sips of tequila, a shot of tequila, you are now going to watch a 49-year-old video game veteran play Super Mario Brothers, the game that made him fall in love with video games 30 years ago. Man, more than 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Shit. And see how far he can get on one life. So here we go. Now, Connor, am I in the screen? Oh, whoa. Well, you really can do anything over there, can't you? All right, so I'm going to be in the screen while we're doing this. All right, and are they going to hear a little music in the background too? Is that doable? You're going to hear a little something. All right, so how far can I get? I'm going to guess I can get to the warp. I can definitely get through level 1, obviously. All right. We're going to watch this. And you remember it all. So, obviously that's a mushroom, no problem. We're going to get a little coinage right there. We'll go for the double coin over here. Let's see. All right. Now, I think, let's see, we got a little Koopa. We'll take care of him. Forget him. Thought maybe I could go down there. Let's see. Go down here. There we go. Mop up, get some cash. All right. The thing is, when you get all these coins, you can't do anything with them. This was before you could do things with money in video games. Now you can buy, what do you guys buy with all your money in video games? You buy special pants and weird things? Oceans, okay. Fortnite skins, I don't even know what that is. Wait, that's it? That was all around, wow, all right. Feeling good.
Nice.
I'm feeling good here. How good am I feeling?
Ooh.
Bowser is in deep doo-doo today. Okay. All right, so now I'm in world 1, 2, and I'm sure I can get to the warp zone here on one guy. I think there's a fire here. Where is it? There we go. All right. And now I'm going to show you something that's going to blow your mind if I can remember it. Let's see. Oh yeah, watch this. Let's see you want to see how do the fingers still work? Watch this.
That's what she said.
That's what she said, all right, look at that, maxing out on some coins. And now there's something special over here, if I remember correctly. I think I can get up there.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah? Come on, Mario, you still got it. Look at this. I'm gonna skip all these guys. Look at these suckers. All right, we're going. This was fun back in the day, just skipping the entire, yeah, I know, settle down. Oh, no, whoa, oh! All right, we're getting a little crazy. All right, we gotta calm down. I think there is a mushroom coming. First, we gotta take this guy out, okay. We need that mushroom. All right, we're back in business, baby. Okay, calm down, everybody. And now watch this. Right to the warp level. That's right. Now here's the question. This was the big question when I was a kid. There's 8 levels, so 8 is the highest level you can get to. You can warp to 4 right now. That's the furthest one you can go to, but 3 is the most fun. So are you playing for fun or are you playing for ultimate victory?
You can do both.
You can do, I think I'm gonna play for fun. I'm gonna play for fun. All right, here we go. 3 is a good one. You're going to meet the Hammer brothers are on this level. This is what I should have done for a living. Can anyone get paid for this? Does anyone get paid to play video games? Is that a thing they're doing online? I'm kidding. All these dorks. Can you imagine watching some idiot play video games every day on... Whoa, all right. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Oh. I hope this is bringing back memories for you guys. The fingers still feel good, by the way. Can I get a hot towel, guys? Some kind of... Do we have any menthol that I can maybe apply to the hand while we're doing this? Oh, the star. I'm invincible. Here we go. And watch, there's the Hammer brothers. Not necessary to kill them both, but I'm going to do it. Oh, this is always tricky because this thing is a little finicky.
Aww.
I think you gotta take a shot.
No. I'm just going to pause for a moment. We'll come back to reality. But you see, I knew it.
Yeah.
40 years later, Yakatomi Makashuri. He knew it. That guy. He built it so that shouldn't have happened. Everyone knows that shouldn't have happened. All right, let's answer a couple questions here. Chris says, would you rather have the tongue Sahur skin in Fortnite or have world peace? I don't know what that is. Can I get an image of that or something? Is there something you can show me? What is it? Would I rather have the tongue Sahur skin in Fortnite or have world peace? I will tell you, I only played Fortnite once. Not wearing shoes today, by the way. Only played Fortnite once with my nephew, and I was about 3 minutes in, and I was like, I have to leave this room. I can't. I can run this way. I can run that way. I can't do it. My brain is not wired that way. So I don't know what the tongue, do we have an image of the tongue? So this could be your character, basically. Tongue, Sahur. Is he Indian? What is this? What is that? What is that supposed to be?
He's an abusive piece of wood.
An abusive piece of wood?
Yeah. He stems from Italian brain rot lore.
Are you on the mic? Are you on the mic right now?
I'm not.
Can we get you on the mic? Yeah. All right. We have young Joseph. He understands all of the younger references. Joseph, can you explain to me what tongue Sahur is?
Yes, Dave. See, tongue Sahur stems from Italian brain rot lore. He's an abusive piece of wood that likes to beat people, especially ballerina Cappuccina, who he stole from Tralaleo Tralala. Tralaleo Tralala is he is a shark with feet, but he cannot be confused with Bombardillo Crocodillo. And Bombardillo Crocodillo is a alligator that's half alligator, half airplane. See, the genesis of this has to do with what many call the greatest story of 2025, and that is the story of John Pork. John Pork, John.
How much tequila have you had? Wait a minute. Also, why are you? What is with this half British, half Chinese gay accent? What are you doing? That's not what you sound like. Why are you speaking like that?
I'm trying to explain this very interesting online concept as if I'm a professor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing great.
There's a fish I gotta walk.
Yeah. So the question was, would I rather have the tongue Sahura skin in Fortnite or have world peace? I mean, I think I'm going to go for world peace. You know what I mean? No offense. Kyle says, Dave, like you, I'm a basketball fan. I was keen on the NBA once upon a time before the league sucked. Question, if you had to start a team with Magic Johnson or Larry Bird, which one would it be? That's a great question. See, that's my kind of question. You don't even have to buy a bottle of Copal. You want a signed sticker, just send your email to hello@drinkcopal.com. We'll take care of you. If I had to start a team with Magic or Bird, well, if you just go through some of the numbers, Magic won 5 championships and Bird won 2 or 3. Can someone get me the numbers on that? Magic definitely won 5. I think Bird won 3, if I'm not mistaken. Magic obviously played point, but he was more of a point forward because he was pretty tall. Bird played power forward, but he was actually more of a shooting guard in a weird way. So yeah, I was right. Magic had 5 championships. How many for Bird? Bird was the one I wasn't sure. It was 3, yeah, so it was 3. They were both incredible. You know, it was a little bit before I fully started watching basketball. I started watching basketball in 1990. So that was, in 90, the Lakers and the Celtics were not even in the finals that year. It was the Blazers and the Pistons. So the Pistons were just getting good, Isaiah and Dumars and all those guys. But I think I've watched every single finals game and probably conference finals on YouTube from all those great Lakers, you know, the Showtime Lakers and the Celtics years. If I had to pick one, I think I would pick Magic. And the reason for picking Magic is to start a team, to me, you start with a point guard. Now, Bird, in some ways, Bird had the skills of a point guard. What was the most assists Bird ever averaged in a season? I want to say he probably averaged 8 assists one season. Like, the guy he was an incredible passer. Also, maybe can we grab one of those, like, Bird?
12.
He averaged, no. 5? No. What, you're just saying numbers now. Google it. You're just making up.
6.
No, Joey's the basketball guy.
6.3. His career average is 6.3.
His career average was 6.3, right. So for a power forward averaging assists back then, maybe now they do a little bit more of that because the game is completely different. But to me, if I just have to pick Magic or Bird to start a team, you start a team with a point guard. You can always get guys to score. You can always get guys to rebound. You can always get, you know, all of the other pieces, but to me, it's the hardest always to get a really good point guard. Like Magic literally would have games where he scored 8 points and had 22 assists. Like that is, you cannot replicate that. Where Bird, that's not a knock on Bird in any way. Bird was incredible. And also, there was just something so fun about the rivalry between the two of them. And that also, you know, when I talk about how America had put aside racism and all this stuff, that there was a racial element to it, but there were black kids that liked Bird more than Magic, and there were white kids that liked Magic more than Bird. Nobody really cared about any of that stuff. It was just fun, and they loved each other, and they hated each other, and then of course they end up on the '92 Dream Team together and everything else, and yeah. Oh, that's a good question, that next one, but let me get to this one first. Dr. Winery Guy says, I think the jury is still out on whether Joseph is a Chinese spy. Joseph, could you, on camera in Chinese, say that you are, well, why don't you tell me if you are a Chinese spy or not?
我不是 Mr. Rubin.
I leave that to the internet to figure it out. Delaney says, Dave, are you friends with any of the girls you dated in high school? That is a good question. So I have a great answer for that. So actually, there are one of them, maybe both of them are watching right now. About three months ago, December, it was in December, right before Christmas, I had dinner with 2 girls that I was friends with in high school that I had not seen since high school. They both happened to be named Jessica, and they're both going to be very happy they're getting the shout out right now. And they were in my crew, you know, we had guys and girls and whatever. And Jessica, she knows which one, she was my first girlfriend. This is 7th or 8th grade, which whatever the hell that means when you're in 7th or 8th grade. Do you have a girlfriend? I don't know. You knock their trapper keeper on the floor in between classes. Trapper keeper, does that even mean anything to you guys?
I get it.
Yeah, none of you guys know what a trapper keeper was. It was can you get me a picture of a trapper keeper? It was. You can't even Google that? No, it's not a sex thing. It sounds like a medieval torture device, but it was basically like a binder that you could put all your folders and your paper in, and it was kind of soft on the outside, and your friend would be walking down the hallway, and you'd smack their trapper keeper. It was before the internet. All we had was to knock. Anyway, actually, it's connected to Copal. So when I started Copal. So now this is back in June. Okay. Oh, this is an image of a trapper keeper, and so it would flip open, and then you'd have your binder in there and your notepad, and you could put all sorts of different artwork on there and all kinds of stuff. Man, that's what we had. You guys have little phones. We had big, giant. Anyway, when I started Copal, one of the Jessicas messages me on Instagram, and she says how much she loves the show and her whole family loves it, and she's so proud of me, and we haven't seen each other in literally 35 years or something, and that she has a cousin who's big in the tequila industry, who I took a call with, who was great and helped guide us a little bit. Anyway, I said to her, listen, you guys get down to Florida and let's meet up. And it turns out the other Jessica lives in Florida, in Boca, and we had dinner in December, and I kid you not, we got there, I think the reservation was for 7 o'clock. We closed the joint. There was nobody else in the restaurant. It was 1:30 a.m. We laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed about the old days because the thing is, one of the cool things when you see someone you haven't seen in a long time, you remember things about them. They remember things about you. They remember nights that you don't remember. You remember nights that they don't remember. Events, friends, people, places, all of that stuff. All of the references came back. We absolutely had a blast. And Jessica, we will do it again. And sorry it never worked out. What can you do? Kathleen bought two cases. Kathleen, do you want 2 letters? If Kathleen wants 2 different letters, I will write 2 letters. Lisa bought a bottle. Angel bought a bottle. Guys, I promise you, this is the best tequila you've ever had. And again, because it's just a sipping tequila, it's going to last you a while. I'm telling you, it sounds crazy. I started a tequila company in June, and I drink less in general. And I never was a huge drinker in the first place, and I really try to just keep it to the weekends. But it's not, there's something about beer, you could just have it all the time. And then you see these guys with these huge ass guts. Or wine, it's just everywhere all the time. Where tequila, I'm telling you, it's just a different thing. Should we go back to Mario, or do you have one of your little games or gimmicks for me? Didn't you have trivia of some kind? Was there some kind of trivia you were going to bust out on me? Do we change up on that? We change up on that? All right.
See if you can get to level 6.
All right. Let's see how far I can get. Here we go. Mario, we're back at it. Oh, I'm back on the Hammer Brothers. This is going to be tough. Oh, there we go. All right. Here we go. Oh, all right, this is it. So here we go. Oh, there we did it. See, that thing's faulty. Whoa. Watch this. Yeah. It's sad to me you guys grew up on Fortnite with, what was that, Hunka Dunka Wonka and all that? Think how crazy this game is. It's a Italian plumber who eats mushrooms to get bigger, fighting these little turtles to save a little princess. And somebody was like, let's make that game. A Japanese guy, by the way, was like, well, let's make it happen. All right, I did it. We are through 3-1. Not bad. I also have Pac-Man upstairs, but I have the full machine of Pac-Man. One of you guys want to carry Pac-Man down here right now? Angel bought a bottle. Thank you, Angel. We'll get that out to you. Remember, forward those receipts to hello@drinkcopal.com. I think that thing's going to bounce back to me. There we go. Wow, it all comes back to you. It's crazy. We're going to get a little fire. All right. It's all... The fingers still feel good. It's all that glucosamine and chondroitin. Did that sound good? I was giving a shout out. When you're playing Super Mario Brothers, don't forget, your fingers need... There we go. Wow, I'm through this one too? All right, things are happening, people. I'm gonna celebrate with a little Copal.
Got some questions.
Oh, we got some questions here. Hold on, I'm gonna pause for a second. Oh, we got some trivia questions. What is Jerry Seinfeld's profession in the show? Lawyer, comedian, writer, or actor? He's a comedian. I think we're gonna have to up these questions a little bit. What is the name of Kramer's first name? What is Kramer's first name? Cosmo. Come on. 3, what food item does George famously obsess over in The Marine Biologist? The Marine Biologist. The story at the end is amazing. He's obsessing over a food? I'm thinking it's a pastrami sandwich, but that's not right. Wait a minute. He's obsessing over a food? Oh my God, give me a hint. It's not a pastrami sandwich. He has a pastrami sandwich while he's having sex with that girl because he wants to combine his 2 favorite things, sex and food.
A golf ball lodged
Oh,
in the blowhole.
No, but you said what food item? A golf ball's not a food item. What are you doing? I knew the golf ball is the story at the end, that he's playing golf and he tells that great story.
My bad.
Are you a Chinese spy? Just to be clear, what just happened? What food item is George obsessed with? And you said it was a golf ball. No. What is Elaine's boss's name at Pendant Publishing? It's not Mr. Pitch. She works for Mr. Pitt, but it's not Mr. Pitt. And it's not, it's that guy, he's bald, he has a big forehead. Give me a letter.
L.
Mr. Lippman.
Yep.
All right, there we go. Okay, we'll get to more questions in just a sec. All right, we'll just do two more here. Who played Iron Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Robert Downey Jr. What year did Friends first premiere? Okay, that's a good question. What year did Friends premiere? 92, 94, 96, 98? Let me think for a second. It definitely, I always know that Seinfeld ended in 98. Friends ended after that. Wait, Friends had to have had, wait a minute. Wait, no. Yeah, Seinfeld ended in 98. I don't think Friends ended before Seinfeld. Did Seinfeld and Friends end the same year? I'm gonna say, so the premiere. Wow, that's why. Okay, I almost did it backwards. What year did Friends premiere? Okay, so I'm gonna guess it ended, Seinfeld had 9 seasons. I'm gonna guess Friends probably had 10 seasons. Premiere, 92, 90. I'm gonna say 94.
Correct.
I'm right? Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow. It's like Total Recall. All right, here we go. We're gonna continue and then we'll get to more questions. I'd be happy to take Star Wars related questions, Transformers related questions, American history questions. What else am I good at? Yeah, so you can see this is why I like this board. It's fun, look at this. This is what video games were back in the day. You guys with your hyper-realism, and you're making all those like half-porn girls that are beating up wizards. It's like, nobody wants that. Oh, no. Okay, calm down. Look at this, killer. What is the name of the coffee shop the gang usually visits? Monk's, okay, got it. What fake movie did Jerry and George pitch to NBC? This is a tough one, 3-4. Well, it's not Rochelle. Rochelle is the movie they go to. What fake movie?
Jerry.
No, what fake show did Jerry do? No, they pitched a show called Jerry, not a fake show. Where are you getting these questions from? You're getting the questions wrong. Yeah, this is a real high level of trivia right now. Oh, I see what's happening here. Guys, we should back up for a second. Joseph, my associate producer here, you're doing a hell of a job. You're on the fly here. No, he's doing great. Oh, Phoenix wants to get in on this. But I see what's happening here. I thought you were going to a website and just grabbing trivia. You're literally coming up with trivia on the fly using your own brain, and there are some disconnects in the brain. I accept that. What is the name of the street where Jerry lives? Well, that's an interesting question because there was always a debate on the show whether he lived on Columbus Avenue or Amsterdam. And I lived on the corner of 83rd and Amsterdam, and Jerry, in real life, lived on 79th and Central Park West, but his car garage was on 83rd between Amsterdam and Columbus, and I used to see him often out there. He had a sick garage with like probably 50 cars in there. So I'm gonna guess he lived on Columbus. Is that the technical answer? Or you just
81st.
Well, West 81st, but yeah, and Columbus basically. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm going to take that as a yes. So far we're killing the trivia. Name 3 countries that start with the letter V. Venezuela. If I had my druthers, Vermont would be a separate country because of Bernie, but I'm not going to throw that one in there. Venezuela. Vietnam. Hold on. Venezuela, Vietnam. God, you're all looking at me like, don't fail us, Dave. Venezuela, Vietnam. Hold on. Maybe I should play this board and it'll pop. You know when you're thinking about something and you have to do something else and then it comes to your brain? All right, here we go. Look at this. Look at that. Like a pro. Venezuela, Vietnam. I don't even need the fire, but we'll take it. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Mother son of a. All right. Venezuela, Vietnam. Oh, whoa. What's going on? Where's that fire? Oh, all right. Venezuela, Vietnam.
You have to give him a hint.
Yeah, you got to give me a hint.
You
Give me a
can't
hint.
enunciate.
If you just enunciate it, that's cheating. We're not going to cheat on this live stream. It's a small
You might go there in August.
Vana Vueno, Vana Veneno, Vana Viejo.
Vat of acid.
What?
A vat of acid.
Vat of acid. That's a country.
No, that's the hint.
Oh, vat of acid is the hint.
Yes.
Va
Vat of acid.
Vaya Haya Maya. I mean, wait, the Vatican? The Vatican is a country?
Vatican
I guess
City.
Vatican City is a country. Yeah. Oh, wow. All right. That was pretty good. All right. We got there.
There we go.
What did you say? What was your hint?
A vat of acid.
A vat of acid. I thought you said vat of acid. Oh, vat of acid, like it was one word. All right.
There's also an island of Vanuatu.
Vanuatu. That sounded like something. What alias does George use when pretending to be an architect? Oh, what's his name? It's, wait, it's not Art Vandelay, is it? I think it's Art Vandelay. Yeah, all right. There we go. All right. What else do we got besides? Maybe movies. We got some movie trivia. My years are from, give me 1982 to, early 2000s. I could probably do some damage. All right, here we go. Oh, look at this. Oh, and remind me to name some names as people are purchasing Cope. Whoa! Ah! All right, here we go. We got to get Bowser. Oh, you see what I did? I went in hot. Kathy, thank you for buying a bottle. All right, very good. Michael, thank you for buying a bottle. All right. Oh, wow, that was my three guys. And unlike when you were a child, as an adult, you could just set it down. You could say, I'm done. I did what I had to do. And I'm going to have a sip. All right. This is a good break from politics. I hope you guys are enjoying this at home. It is really a nice break from politics. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Basketball shooting with a sober employee. All right, next time we can do that, right? We can somehow live stream on the fly like that. You got a handheld. We're not going to do it tonight, but next time I will do a bunch of shots. Joey here plays basketball with me every Wednesday and Sunday. 24? 24. And drunk Dave will beat sober Joey.
That's so true.
And then we'll play basketball. Deborah bought a bottle. Thank you, Deborah. All right, very good. What else we got, guys?
You got contract.
Oh, wow, we've been going an hour already. Oh, we've been going. Everyone's like, Dave, we got nothing left.
Half your team just walked out.
Yeah. 3 guys just retired. All right, guys, this is your last chance. If you want to shout out right now, you can buy a bottle real quick at drinkcopal.com. Forward your receipt to hello@drinkcopal.com, and I will sign a sticker for you. We'll send that to you immediately. If we can do it right, we're going to get that sticker will be put actually in your in the box that we send you. If not, it may have to be sent separately. It just depends. We got to talk to the distributor. And if you buy a case right now, we're going to get some Rubin Report letterhead, or actually, you know what we're going to try to do? I have a couple pieces of letterhead from Don't Burn This Book still left from the old days. Maybe we would do it on that. And that would be pretty good. And I should note that something did happen on the show a few weeks ago that confused a lot of people. and I let a lot of people down, and now I can explain why. So 2 weeks ago today on the show, at the end of the show, the normal 11 o'clock live stream, I normally don't do this, but I turned to the guys and I was like, what else is happening today? I don't know why I did it, like an idiot. But it was Connor's birthday, and we had planned, we told Connor, we put in the calendar that we were doing Tequila Thursday. But it was a lie, because we were surprising Connor here. I had the whole team over, and I made some bomb-ass steaks. And we had plenty of tequila and all that stuff. But I put in the calendar, we told Connor that he had to come, because everyone was going to come at night, and we were going to do this live stream, a Tequila Thursday night live stream. So I say to the guys, what are we doing tonight? I don't know why I said it. So Phoenix then announces at the end of the show, we're doing the tequila stream tonight. But there was no tequila stream, so many people were sitting around waiting at 7 o'clock for the tequila stream. But when Connor got here, then we pulled out the surprise, and it did not happen. So that's why we did not have a Tequila Thursday last week. However, we will do more of these. This was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciated that was incredible. Now understanding what you were doing, so you were just coming up with, you're watching Seinfeld for the first time. So actually what you did was pretty impressive. You're watching Seinfeld for the first time, coming up with Seinfeld trivia that was pretty impressive on the fly. A few little errors, but I thought you were copying and pasting wrong. And then we were gonna have to sit down. Like that was gonna be a quarterly meeting situation. Guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Tomorrow, we have a great roundtable for you tomorrow. We pre-recorded it today. It's with Dinesh D'Souza and Brandon Tatum, who are on the ever decreasing list of people who I think are sane. Both of them are on there. We really had a great time today, so I hope you'll enjoy that. And thanks for watching, and thanks for enjoying some Copal if you were drinking along with us. And next week, if you ordered today, you will definitely have it by next Thursday, as long as you're in the continental United States. I don't see why not, and we'll do it again. Thanks for watching. See ya.